Right, and we go. So if you want to start by introducing yourself.
Hey, I'm Havana Anthony. You might know me as Havana. We're out shooting my music video for Dance Like That. We're on the second day. It's beautiful, as you can see. We have this spectacular villa. The crew have been great, and it's been fun all around. Yeah.
Great stuff. I'm glad to hear you're enjoying it. So do you normally get to hang out in pimped out villas like this then,
Absolutely
Havana?
not. I'll be more in studio for the past year, so it was quite, like, you know, intimidating, quite tight background and etc. So it has been, I've been slumming it, but like this, I'm reaping the rewards. Well, after today I definitely will, hopefully.
Great stuff. So how would you describe your music to someone who's never ever heard it before?
Well, it's basically it's mainstream pop with a bit of urban and Latin element to it. So it's quite sexy and vibrant, but still keeping with the mainstream pop chart music.
Great stuff. And if your music was an animal, what kind of animal would it be?
Definitely a snake.
Yeah? Why is that?
Like, move your body like a snake. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So I've heard you've been working on Tony Hadley, with Tony Hadley on the cover of True. How was that? And did you meet to get to meet that guy that was Steve Owen in EastEnders?
Yes, I did actually, because he came on board for the licensing of the agreement with the re-recording the track, which is True. Huge classic track, so it was very intimidating to actually record it with them, just to recreate the whole thing, because Tony Hadley has such a distinctive voice that it's an easy track to sing, but you know, when he put his feel to it, it's hard to kind of do something better than that. So it was quite difficult, but I will say they made me feel very comfortable. And I went in for a test run in the studio, which was nerve-wracking, but after that it went smoothly, and we recorded a really good track. I'm really proud of it. It's good to have it on the CV, to work with guys that, you know, my sisters looked up to and things like that, so it was really cool. Yeah.
So if you could work with anyone in the world, who would it be?
Right now, the music that I'm doing would definitely be Jay-Z, but I'd love to work with Phil Collins. Yeah.
Which was like the nice spread of the 80s in there.
Yeah, definitely.
So where does he using like Havana as like your stage name? So where does that come from?
Well, Havana was actually it just came to me. A couple of names were thrown at me, and I liked Havana because it's Cuba. You think of Cuba straight away, and that's exactly what I want to feel from my music. It's like when you go to Cuba, there's nothing but just like life on the streets musically, and I just want people to kind of enjoy the music more so than take it too seriously. I just want a kind of a Caribbean vibe to it as well. So I just don't think of it too serious. But like a lot of my stage presence is very much like Shakira, and I just wanted to tie it in with all that. So just the one name, I wanted everybody just to get exactly what I was about with the name. So
great stuff.
Yeah.
So you know, when you're on a night out and stuff, so what sort of bloke would you be going for? You know, is it like just run of the mill, or do it need to be some sort of celebrity guy?
Back in Ireland, I did that whole celebrity thing, and it was quite prominent, but it got suffocating because we were both in that business. But you know, it just kind of complicated things. So therefore, I prefer somebody that's more laid back and on a totally different agenda to what I'm doing. So I think kind of balance is better. You know, opposites attract kind of thing, and I think that works better for most people. Well, it works for me anyway. I just kind of don't like this whole celebrity dating thing.
So what would be the best way for, you know, regular average Joe to approach you on a night out then?
Yeah, nothing too full on, just kind of laid back, and I think I do like the chase of it, so a little bit of you know, kind of standoffish vibe. I kind of prefer that, yeah, rather than kind of like attacking.
So you've obviously, I can imagine you've heard quite a few chat-up lines in your time. What is the absolute worst one, you know, absolute stonker, the worst one you've ever heard in your life that's repulsive?
As always, here's 20 pence, like go phone your mother, tell you you're not coming home. That's the worst one. I have a good few ones, but they're not clean, they're quite dirty.
Go for it, absolutely fine.
Okay, I won't give the response, but once I did get a guy came over to me and said, any chance of 68?
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, you mentioned a bit about sort of you've done the whole celebrity thing. How? I mean, if you've done the whole celebrity thing and stuff. So, do you consider yourself like a proper celebrity? You know, do you ever sort of consider that sort of thing?
Well, you know what? I'm absolutely not, because I don't think I act for. I mean, I have a lot of friends who are celebrities, and back in Ireland, I was very prominent within the music business and within the showbiz circles. I went down as the second most invited celebrity in the country. I still hold that title. No, but
who has first?
I think it was like Bono or somebody ridiculous or something like that. But Social and Personal magazine, I quote them. But they basically, it was quite intense, and I was in the spotlight because Ireland is so small that, you know, if you make any kind of waves there at all, it's noted. So I mean, I experienced it from that level. But now coming to the UK, I'm starting completely fresh. But the good thing about it is that I'm not green on the subject now. I just want to do exactly the same as what I did in Ireland, and just kind of transfer it to the UK. And you know, I'd love to get into the Spanish and German markets, because that's where I feel my music would probably do best. So it's just using the same model and applying it to over here. But I must admit that the British people have been great, press-wise, everything. They've been really, really good, really positive, and I've been kind of welcomed. So now just building up a profile and hoping to do the same thing there.
Great stuff. So, have you ever abused your celebrity status? You know, managed to blag yourself out of a parking ticket?
100%.
What's the best thing you've ever done with that?
Getting into hotels.
Yeah?
Yeah, in Ireland we're booked out, and all of a sudden they're not booked out. Yeah, so definitely getting into hotels. Especially when I was on the road, I toured Westlife for a year as well, and often we'd be looking for hotels along the way, and you know a hotel that you really like in a particular area, and we're full and yeah, so definitely did on that front, nothing else.
Okay. So I understand that you're half Irish, half Latin, so half Latino.
Well, it goes back far in the family. I just consider myself 100% Irish.
Right, okay.
Yeah, with a Latin feel, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe with a Latin look rather than feel. But yeah, but it's kind of strange because I don't know where that comes from. Gloria Estefan was a huge influence on my music. So I guess that's where the Latin element comes in more so than, you know, the bringing up or background and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm 100% like Irish dancing costume.
So you consider yourself 100% Irish.
Yeah.
How big of a drinker are you? Do you still fly the flag for Ireland on that front?
Love my Guinness. Love it. And I fly back every single weekend when I can, when I get off. I fly back every weekend to get into my Ugg boots, wellies, and walk the dog and have a few pints of Guinness with the lads at the bar. Love it. Can't beat that. I'd swap that for champagne and cocktails any day. Any day.
So can you say that bit again? Because it might be a bit creaky in the background. Yeah. So, so do you consider yourself 100% Irish? How big of a drinker? You mentioned as well. I think you mentioned you own a bar as well.
Yeah,
did you say?
that's right.
Throw that in as well. That's absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
Probably don't look like it, but I do have a bar in Ireland. It's a great pub, and I just love hanging out with the lads there, throwing on my Uggs, my jeans, having a couple of pints of Guinness, watching a couple of games. Wouldn't change that in the world. Not for any champagne, cocktails, nothing. Wouldn't change it. I love it. Yeah, that's really who I'm about.
Brilliant. So finally, you know, who's the biggest celebrity that you've ever met?
I met a couple of people. I worked on stage with Elton John and 50 Cent, Will Smith, Jay-Z, I guess. I didn't work with him. It's a good field. Paul Simon. Yeah.
What was Big Willie Will Smith like then?
Really, really good. I actually met him in Miami, and down in the Delano Hotel in South Beach, and it actually just happened. He happened to be there, and Colin Farrell was there, so I bumped into him. We were having a chat, and that's how I met the others. Jamie Foxx was there as well. It was really good. It was one of those ideal dream days. It was really good. Yeah.
And finally, I just need to get you to do a little sign out, just saying you're watching ZooToday.com, like blow him a kiss or just give him a wave or something like that. So yeah, just go for that. Actually, go for that when you're ready.
Hey, you're watching ZooToday.com. Hope you're having a good time. My name is Havana Anthony, and you're on the set of my music video, Dance Like That. Hope you enjoy. Bye.
Absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much, Carol.